What's going on, guys? This is episode 1 of my Diamondbacks franchise, and yeah, so this is the first episode, and it's going to be opening day between Ian Kennedy and Tim Lincecum, and yeah, so let's just jump right into this at Chase Field. Um, as I said, Giants versus Diamondbacks, and yeah, so I don't know how I'm going to edit these yet, but as you see, Chase Field right there, pretty nice. I like some of the transitions in this game. Um, just little cutscenes and everything, just make the game feel a lot like more realistic and stuff. Feel like you're watching it on TV. Um, and that's their lineup with Pablo Sandoval and Buster Posey anchoring the lineup at the 3 and 4, and Melky Cabrera and Brandon Belt, some of the newer people that they had in their lineup. But we're gonna jump right into this. And first out, Ian Kennedy strikes out Angel Pagan, and with, I believe that was a changeup low. And then second out of the inning, actually no, not second out. Um, he drives one into center field, and it gets down in front of Chris Young, and yeah. So now Pablo Sandoval's up, and he flies to right field, and Justin Upton gets there in time and throws it in, so the runner does not advance, obviously, because the ball's hit to right field. But whatever. And then Buster Posey shoots one back into right field, and just over the second baseman. And so there's two runners on, and now we move into here. Or, I mean, into the whatever. And then Aubrey Huff flies one just to the shortstop, and yeah, that was kind of weird what I said, but whatever. And so now it's our turn to bat and our first time up. But like I said, I don't really know how I'm gonna edit these yet. If I'm gonna edit them like a full game or whatever. But there's our lineup. I changed a couple things around, not too much though. I just changed the order a little bit. I moved Goldschmidt and Young, switched them up. And as you see, we're going against Tim Lincecum, which I said earlier. But yeah, so I think next episode is going to be a full series, and I'll just show the highlights, like however which one of us scores and stuff like that. Maybe some strikeouts and just like show a little bit of pitching and show a little bit of hitting and stuff like that. Um, and just kind of wrap up a whole series in one video. I think it'd just be better so that way, because I'm not going to put these up as much as I'm going to put Road to Show up, because Road to the Show is just a lot more fun for me, and I'm just doing a franchise just because I like playing franchise when Road to the Show gets a little boring. But yeah, so there, it looks like Justin Upton beat the throwout, but he didn't. He was out, and that would be the final out of our inning of the bottom of the first. And then Ian Kennedy starts off the inning, getting them to fly out to left field to the newly acquired Jason Kubel. But yeah, so now Brandon Belt sees a curveball that he likes, and he shoots this one into the left center field gap, and it goes down for a ground rule double. And then whoever bats after him, I'm not really quite sure what their order is yet. I'm not a big Giants fan, but we get him to fly out to left and throw it into the shortstop. But yeah, and then we get, I believe, Tim Lincecum that was to fly out to center to end the inning. And yeah, so we got out of trouble there. And then Goldschmidt starts off. He drives this one back up the center of the diamond, but he gets thrown out. Not really that fast because he's more of a power hitter. But I like him. I hope that he evolves a little bit more, and hopefully he can take us into the playoffs this year in my franchise and in real life, because I'm a big D-backs fan. They're my second favorite team besides the Red Sox, because I live locally to Boston. And yeah, so yeah. And then Jesus Montero gets a hold of one here, but it's not deep enough for the home run, because there's a little gap thingy there, the little notch in the wall, or else it would have been a home run. But here we jump into the third now, and Ian Kennedy gets whoever that was to fly out to right field. And yeah. And then next batter, I believe it's Ryan Terrio, chops it, and then Ian Kennedy throws it to first. And if you're wondering why I don't have the little like circle when I throw the meter, it's because I turned the meter off just because I could never get the meter right. So I just didn't understand if it wanted me to hold it down until I want to release it or whatever. So I just took it off, and so it's just no meter now, and I throw just with the buttons, and I just hit the button of the base, and I don't want to throw the meter because I make like 20 errors with the meter. So yeah, but Ian Kennedy sacrifice bunt there to move the runner into scoring position, And then we got Aaron Hill up, I mean, and then he grounds this one to shortstop. And as soon as he throws the ball, I advance. Kind of a risky move, but I wanted to get a run. It's kind of hard hitting in franchise for me. It's just a lot easier in Road to the Show. I don't know why. But yeah, Steven Drew lines this one. I mean, grounds it down the first base line. But yeah, and then Ian Kennedy starts out the next inning with a strikeout on Buster Posey, I believe. He wasn't too happy about that. And then he gets Aubrey Huff to fly out to right field. So 2 batters back to back out. And then he gets, I believe, Melky Cabrera that was to ground out to third. Which another 1-2-3 inning, which he pretty much settles down for the rest of this game, and you'll see what happens. But I believe I was kind of mad when I hit this ball because I was right down the middle of the plate, and I just flied it out to Pablo Sandoval. But yeah, so and then Chris Young here grounds this one out to shortstop, and yeah, so now we move on to the next batter. Actually, no, that was the end of the inning. I mean, and then Ian Kennedy comes up in the 5th inning, gets Brandon Belt to ground out to shortstop, and then we move on here. Ian Kennedy gets I forget who that guy is. I just played this game a couple minutes ago. Well, not a couple minutes ago. It took me like 2 hours to edit this down. Um, just because my computer froze and then unfroze, and it was just aggravating. I was swearing a lot, and I was just mad. But the little things just aggravate you. So there, Kubel sends this one into left field. Gets good water on it, but unfortunately it's a right to the left fielder. And now we move on to Jesus Montero. Shoots this one into the left center field gap, and it almost bounces over the wall, but it doesn't. And he gets it. He legs out a double here, and hopefully of many more to come this season. Once again, I'm not too happy about that. But then we got Ryan Roberts up, I believe, and there I just run stupidly. I accidentally hit the go forward thing because I thought the ball was further away, and then I realized it was closer, so I went back, and I was too far away. It just ended up being an out, but it didn't matter anyways because Ryan Roberts would just fly out next play. And then after him, I believe our pitcher bats, so it wouldn't have been a run anyways, unless our pitcher, Ian Kennedy, somehow got a hit. But then we jump back to the top half of the next inning, and Ian Kennedy gets him to fly out to center field. And then he gets Ryan Terrio to ground out to third. It was a long throw, but he got it a little bit high. But yeah, it was still an out. And then we got Pablo Sandoval up, and Ian Kennedy gets him to chop right in front of the home plate, and throws him out at first base. So I don't know if next episode's going to be like a free agent pickup thing, because I did pick up a couple free agents, and I recorded that. So just to add some depth in my rotation and bullpen, basically, I didn't really sign any fielders. Actually, I might after I finish this, just because I realized that our bench players were not super great, and I'd rather sign some guy like a Damon or someone like that if he's not signed yet, just to add to pinch hitting and stuff because it is National League, so you pinch hit for your pitcher basically when he comes out. But as you see there, Kennedy strikes out Posey again. I believe that's Posey's second strikeout this game. And then gets Aubrey Huff to fly out to center field. And yeah. So I don't know if how many seasons I'm gonna get through this on this franchise. If I do the episodes where I do the series, like a whole series, like all 3-4 games, and mash it into one video, I can probably get through maybe 2 seasons. But I'm definitely gonna try to get through the playoffs at least. With this franchise. I'm pretty sure we're going to make the playoffs just because last year the Diamondbacks won this division by 9 games. So I don't see why we'd have any trouble doing it. Plus with the acquisitions I made and maybe some trades that I make at the deadline for a number 3 pitcher, possibly a left-handed pitcher. Yeah. Just just trying to build this team up to maybe possibly a championship pedigree. But there, Kubel lines one, drives one right between the second baseman and the second base, and Justin Upton comes around to score. But yeah, and then Jesus Montero comes up, and I think that was like a swing and bunt, and gets the run to score anyways. I don't know why Lincecum just didn't toss it to his catcher because um, that was almost an easy play if they just tossed it to the catcher. But then I forget who that was. 14, it's Ryan Roberts. He ground out to shortstop. And then we move into the 8th inning. And Ian Kennedy gets Brandon Belt to fly out to right field. And yeah. And then he gets whoever bats after him. Keep forgetting who bats there. But yeah, he gets him to fly out to center field, and then he gets Nick Scherhol switches the pinch hitter for Lincecum to ground out to second base. So Ian Kennedy pitching really well with a shutout through 8. So he's gonna go for the complete game. But they call in the new pitcher, Casilla, and then Ian Kennedy flies out to third. I probably should have just pulled him and just put in the closer, but I wanted to see if he can get the shutout. So I let him play. And then Steven Giroux here to finish off the inning flies out to right field. And let me move on to the top of the ninth and see if Ian Kennedy can get his shutout. So top ninth, Angel Pagan lays a bunt down, and we unfortunately cannot throw him out. But now we move on to the next batter, Ryan Terrio, who lines one into right field, and Justin Upton is there for the catch. So there's the first out. And then Pablo Sandoval lines out to the shortstop, and then Buster Posey grounds out to the second shortstop, who throws it to the second baseman, and Ian Kennedy completes his complete game shutout, his first win of the year, and our first game of the year, and our first win of the year as well. So looking pretty good on the early season, and he gets Player of the Game honors. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. I have spring break coming up in the next couple of weeks, so I'm going to be catching up on a lot of uploading there. Hopefully I'll finish a lot of videos, and then I can just start uploading more frequently. Just because now, with all the homework and stuff that I'm doing, I just don't have that much time to do videos, but I still get them done in my free time. So thanks you guys for watching, and yeah, so I'm out. Bye.